Hey guys! So this week's education is going to be about processed foods and what we need to look out for, what we need to eliminate. So the first step I recommend to my clients is to do a pantry purge. And if you haven't already done this, you need to do it today. Purge your pantry, purge your refrigerator of foods that contain processed seed oils, refined sugar, and more than likely gluten and wheat. So, inflammatory foods mostly encompass processed foods. So, processed foods, especially ultra processed foods. So, it's the processing that damages our food, that makes them not good for us, that causes inflammation. It causes gut issues. It causes our bacteria to get overgrown, or we have the wrong bacteria in our gut. It causes leaky gut. It causes gut permeability. So, which can cause a lot of food sensitivities. And they're really not food sensitivities. They're gut problems, but it's caused by inflammatory foods. And these inflammatory foods, these processed foods, also cause a whole host of other issues: chronic disease, metabolic disease. And you may not be feeling this now, and you may say, Missy, I don't have a problem with my frozen pizza or my ho-hos or my granola bars and my cereal in the morning. Well, you may not be feeling it yet, but if you're not feeling it now, you're going to feel it later in life, because these things build up over time and cause a lot of problems on a cellular level. So the things you want to look out for and remove from your foods are going to be gluten and wheat, which gluten is extremely modified and processed. So that's why you really shouldn't eat it. There are certain foods that have like natural gluten in them, like Ezekiel bread doesn't bother everybody because it's got sprouted grains in it. Those are really good for your gut. So I'm not saying all gluten is bad, but for the most part, gluten is an issue for most people. Most processed dairy. So dairy, when highly processed, which it is, especially in this country, it has to be pasteurized. You've got to remember it's heated and stripped of fat and good bacteria. So the pasteurization kills the bad bacteria, but it's like an antibiotic. It also kills the good bacteria, which is what we need to digest it properly. So if you have dairy problems, this is probably why. Now, there are a few people that actually are sensitive to dairy protein, and that's different. But if it's just you get an upset stomach, gas, bloating, diarrhea, more than likely you're having that because it's pasteurized dairy. It's inflammatory. And then refined sugar, even though sugar is natural and it comes from a plant, it is not good for us. On occasion, is sugar going to be detrimental to your health long term? No, but when you're having it every meal in the form of cereal, bagels, toast, sandwiches, chips, anything really in a granola bar, oatmeal, things that you think are healthy, they contain sugar and a high amount of refined carbohydrates and seed oils. So seed oils include canola oil, vegetable oil, grapeseed oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, refined palm oil, hydrogenated oils. These are all oils that have been heated to a very high temperature. It breaks down their natural fatty acid chain, so your body cannot use it for anything. And it ends up just floating around as a toxic dumpster fire that your body tries to put out with your immune system. So your white blood cells get released. There's a domino effect. There's a chain reaction that happens when you eat that stuff inside. And you may not feel it, or you may be one of those people that does feel it. Like, man, I feel like crap after I eat, French fries or I feel like crap after, I've had a lot of sugar. Well, that's your body saying, yeah, you feel like crap because it's making me feel like crap. So those are the things that you really need to think about eliminating from your diet immediately. So I would challenge you to go through, start at home, start reading your labels. Read the labels on the Hellmann's mayonnaise, the granola, the cereal, the processed foods that are in boxes and bags, even that you think are healthy, are full of garbage. So try to eat whole foods, fruits, vegetables, meat, eggs, minimally processed dairy, nuts, seeds. Get creative and start eating real food today.